Hello and welcome to this GED Social Studies screencast with me, Teacher Marco. And today we will talk about another skill builder on how to use your knowledge about the terminologies that will be present on your GED Social Studies test. Um, this particular skill builder will help you succeed on your tests, and you will be able to use the terminologies that we will be discussing today. So, in order to answer questions correctly and effectively, you need to understand what the question means. So, I will be discussing a few terminologies today for commonly used question words, and I hope that if you encounter this in the future on your GED Social Studies test, you will remember this particular discussion or screencast. So let's begin. So, one of the common words or terminologies that you might encounter is the word analyze. So, when we say analyze, it means to systematically and critically examine all parts of an issue or event, which is very common on your social studies test because um, you're talking about some events that happened in the past or in history. Another one is classify or categorize. It means to put people, things, or ideas into groups based on a common set of characteristics. So you might encounter this. I remember there is a question before on categorizing the functions of the three branches of the government, the legislative, judicial, and executive. So that might show up on your test, and you can use you will remember. You might remember this particular terminology that we're discussing today. Another one is compare. It means to show how things are similar or alike. That is very common. So let's go to the next one. Contrast. So when you say compare the similarities while contrast to show how things are different. All right. Describe. That's also a common terminology that's used in the tests. So describe, it means to present a sketch or impression. It must have rich details, and especially details that appeal to the senses, make a description more effective. Also, you might encounter this discuss. It means to systematically write about all sides of an issue or event. Now, there might, of course, there's no extended response where you will have to discuss on your social studies test, but of course, it is a good skill for you to be able to somehow make a mental discussion in your head on the passages that you are reading on your social studies. And who knows, you might be able to use this on other tests like on your reasoning and language arts. Another terminology is to evaluate or to make a judgment and support it with evidence. All right. Explain, to clarify or make plain or to make things simple. All right. This can be integrated through a multiple choice type of question because there can be five explanations presented to you and you have to choose the best explanation, right? Another one is to illustrate. It doesn't mean to draw all the time, but to provide examples also, or to show with a picture or other graphic. So, what is the best illustration among the choices? That can be the exact phrase that you might encounter on your test. Another one is to infer. Well, what do we mean by infer? It means to read between the lines using your previous knowledge that you have learned and also the facts that are presented in a passage. So use the knowledge and experience to draw conclusions. Justify, to prove or to support a position with specific facts and reasons. All right? Predict, to tell what will happen in the future based on understanding of prior events and behaviors. Doesn't mean that we have predict and just try to guess. No, you have to use the facts. State, to briefly, concisely present information. All right, although it's not that common on your social studies test, but you might use this for some other subjects. Summarize, to give a brief overview of the main points of an issue or event. So there might be some choices like, what is the perfect summary? What is the perfect summary of the uh, passage? All right, you have some choices. Trace, it means to present steps in a logical order. So you might be given some list of events, and then you have to choose the particular order, all right, or the best order on how it's supposed to be presented. So these are the only things, terminologies that I will be sharing to you today. And I'm pretty sure 80% of these terminologies will be present on your actual test. So I suggest that you try to look out for these terminologies and try to remember this particular discussion or screencast on your test. Don't forget to read these terminologies a day or a couple of days before your test so that you will be familiarized. I hope that I was able to help you today, and thank you for your time. Again, please hit the subscribe button below and don't forget to share this video so that we can help other test takers similar as you. And thank you for your time. Again, it's me, Teacher Marco. Have a good day.